Hello, Facebook Live, and welcome to day 7 of the 30-day life challenge. I am very sorry. I'm still a bit sick. Well, I can't believe it's already been a week since I started this challenge. It's passed pretty fast. I'm quite surprised about that. And today I want to talk to you about the true reward of doing the inner work and what it means to truly do the inner work and to truly receive the reward of doing the inner work. And so really often I see people getting involved in personal development to reach a specific goal. They have one blockage they want to remove, or they have one thing they want to change in their lives. And that's why they get involved in personal development. That's why they get started. But then what happens is that these people, they don't get that immediate gratification from the work. And so they either give up or they understand what it really means to do the work. And they start doing the work on all areas of their life. And so what's really interesting when we look at what it really means to do personal development, to do the deep inner work, is that it is the work of a lifetime. It is not something you do for a little bit and then you've done it and then you're done with it and then you never have to do it again. It's something you do every day for the rest of your life. And it's something that changes your life every day a little bit for the rest of your life. And that is something that I think a lot of people get wrong. A lot of people think they go to one course, they do one seminar, they do one workshop, and then they're going to have the big breakthrough and they're never going to have to worry again. And they're never going to have to deal with the issues again. And honestly, I was one of those people. When I got involved in personal development many, many years ago, I thought that I would do some healing work, I would go to a few workshops, do a few seminars, do a few programs, do some healing work, and then at some point, I'd just be done. And my life be perfect, and I would never have to worry again, and everything would be great from there on out, forever and evermore. And you know what? That thing never happened, because that's not how it works. The inner work, the personal development work, is really a work where we pay it forward. We do the work to reap the rewards afterwards, in the future. And we can never tell how far in the future that is. And to compare that, I want to tell you a little story. I have never been all too good with plants in my life. Only in the last years, I started to develop a passion to learning how to do gardening work and to take care of plants. So a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, for the first time in my life, I planted my own seeds. And I wanted to grow my very first plant just from the seed. And so I had never done that before. So I had no experience with it. So I prepared a pot. I prepared everything perfectly. I bought those seeds. I put the seeds. I put some earth on top of them. I gave them nutrition and everything they needed. I watered them every day. I put them in the sunshine and I waited and I waited and I waited. And after 3 weeks, I told my partner, I think I am still a plant killer. Nothing's sprouting. Nothing's coming out of that pot. It's been 3 weeks. There should be a plant coming out of that pot now, right? And he was like, it's been only 3 weeks. If there's no plant coming out in another 3 weeks, you maybe can worry, but I still wouldn't. And I was like, really? Because I had never done it before. And he had. And so he was like, yeah, really. And so I waited. And actually 2 weeks later, the first little piece of plant started putting its head out. And that plant actually turned really big and really beautiful. And so all that drama was totally for nothing. And it's the same with our personal development work. We live in a world where we are taught to focus on instant gratification. Everything is designed to satisfy a desire, a craving right in a moment. Everything is designed for instant gratification. And so doing something that won't pay off immediately, that will pay off at some point in the future, is something we are not used to, and something we are not comfortable with, and something we stopped believing in because it's not part of our lives. Like back in the days, the peasants, when they put the seeds in the fields, they knew it would take a few months until the plants would start to grow, but they never doubted that. So they knew how to trust in life when they invested in long-term things, like that inner evolution. But in the modern world, where we are mostly defined through faster, stronger, better, everything has to be faster, faster, faster. Everything has to be better, better, better. And everything is instant gratification. We forgot what it means to pay it forward, to invest the work now, to get the reward later. And so that's the thing where I see a lot of people struggle with the personal development work, because that's really an area in life where it takes a while until it pays off. Not necessarily internally. You might feel a difference internally right away, but until you see the difference in your life out there in the world, it can take quite a while. And so that's where a lot of people give up too early, because they believe, I've been doing that stuff for 2 years and I haven't yet gotten to the result to where I wanted to get. So it must mean it's not working, right? Well, let me tell you, I have been doing this stuff since nearly 10 years now, and I still don't have the absolute perfect life that I thought I'd have when I started. But on top of that, I do not believe in the perfect life anymore, because I know life is evolution and change over a lifetime. So, but there's still things on my list that I had on my list back then that are still on my list now that haven't manifested in my life yet. So what? I'm not doing the work because if it has to happen tomorrow, and if it doesn't happen tomorrow, I just drop it and it means it doesn't work. No. Maybe for the certain things on my list, 15 years are needed. Maybe 20. I'm not doing the work for instant gratification, and you shouldn't either. Do the work for a better life every day. Do the work for feeling better with yourself every single day, for noticing the small differences, the small changes in your life, for having a better life every day, because that's what you're going to notice when you stick to doing the inner work. When you stick to doing personal development, you're going to notice on the long term, life is going to get better gradually. Day by day, every day is going to be just a tiny bit better. And every year is going to be just a tiny bit better. It's going to be perfect? No, because perfection doesn't exist. And we are living in a dual world, in a reality where pain and suffering exist, and where we're all experiencing challenges and hardships, and that's a normal part of life. So you're never going to have the happy fairy tale life where nothing bad ever happens, and you'll never have to feel a bad emotion, and you never have to feel challenge. It just doesn't exist. But that's something we can learn along the way. But life will feel better. It will feel... I'm so sorry. I am still quite sick. It will feel more and more fulfilling every day. You will feel more alive every day if you continuously do the work. And yeah, you might not see great results tomorrow, but you might see great results in a year, or in 2 years, or in 5 years, or even in 10 years from now, if you keep on doing the work. And honestly, the most results that I have been seeing so far are the inner ones. It doesn't mean I haven't seen results in my outer life. I totally have. I have had some crazy manifestations. But the inner results are the ones that really blow me away. The person I got to become through the process of doing the work continuously, that blows me away. And that happens exponentially. When you keep on doing the work for a certain amount of time, you will notice that you grow exponentially every year, exponentially more. So you don't grow double next year of what you grow this year. You grow 5 times what you grew this year, or you grew 10 times. It's an exponential growth. It's a lot more than the year before because you're starting from a completely different foundation, which allows you to expand much more. And so what I want to say is just, if you get yourself into a place where you're doing deep personal development work, where you're doing the deep inner work, don't expect the reward to be there in your physical reality instantly. Know that it's a process, that it might take years, but it is not about that. It's about having one more puzzle piece every day, feeling a little bit better about yourself and your life every day, having grown a little bit every day, becoming more and more the person who makes the things happen that you want in your life every day. It's a journey. It's not a race. It's a journey. And that is the thing that we gotta embrace. Because honestly, if I would have thrown the plants that didn't grow after 3 weeks away, well, I would have missed out on a beautiful plant. So let's not go for instant gratification when we're talking about our lives, about us, about the most important thing in our lives, ourselves. Let's put in the work and the patience. And let's stay at it, because it will pay off. It always does. Just gotta be patient enough to wait and see it. Because it might take time, yeah. But it will pay off. It always does. Thank you for being here. Again, it was a pleasure to be with you here today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up or share with me in the comments below what you think, what you feel about this topic, what you have to share in the matter. And if you know someone who might profit from listening to this, who you think might like this, please feel free to share. Always happy if more people get to profit. And yeah, thank you all for being here. I will see you tomorrow for day 8. Take care. I love you. And see you tomorrow.